signing in from the Pencast.
We've taken over.
I'm pretty sure.
We're trying to see if it's working right now. Julie, are you doing your job?
I'm like waving to people that are
So there's potentially not enough seats, but try to find spare ones or on the ground in this.
there's a couple of
Yeah, there's a few there.
Should we move Dirty Julie's shirt?
And then I think worst case we'll have some front row.
You just have to start chanting
Across the
around and see I did that.
I just feel like we need to be more of a little bit circle. So microphone.
Nice. Hey, it's working.
P2P.
Who are you? Hi, you're saying hello to yourself.
Sorry, I'm gonna keep talking.
That amazing stationery.
Oh my god, you're my biggest fan?
Yeah, I saw it.
It's like we were in school. Like we were the kid that
And exchanging notes.
Brad, let me write with your recon again. I have to see it on this paper. He's right here at the beginning, but I want to see it on the side.
It was changing colors.
Hello.
You're late.
Actually, he's 3 minutes early.
Actually, no, you're actually 3 minutes early.
Yay!
See why we have to boo. So.
You're going to have to pole vault over here, okay?
Well, you drove me out of the other entrance, so you've only yourselves to blame. I'm not gonna leave a space. Because that's how I feel.
Okay.
I know, right? Oh, maybe he's got 2 minutes.
I need to get some delicious hotel room coffee.
Dude, okay.
What?
The Keurig. Did you get a Keurig?
No, I used the Keurig to pour hot water into the Starbucks.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
There's
that I
CY.
That's better now.
got. It is. Yay! I'm 2 minutes early. That's how I feel. Really, you did a great job.
Have a bingo card. Let me know. I'm going to the past.
You don't even work from home? Extremely early. What? Oh.
Hi, JD lady. Hi, Tasha.
Wait, we have to stay
I'm
here.
in my.
Hi, this is Cheese and Kitty Cat Caller. I don't know if you can hear me. We've got front row seats.
I've been like on my. Okay. Alright. Did you bring the extra stickers?
There.
Okay.
Like, how does the reason why? Your mom is so cool. Is she in the crowd?
She is actually. How many you want?
Yes, that's true.
doing work for him. And he's like ready for payment. He's like, she's like sitting back, swoops over. Actually, I can get one.
No, I kind of went together.
This is Julie.
Joyce Smith. Oh, hi, Jasmine.
That's easier.
Oh, guidance modding. Never mind. I have to mod this.
He says he only has like 30-something%. Oh.
Welcome. There may still be chairs around, but looks like this open spot at the front is prime spot for anyone who wants the front row seat to Drew's legs. So that's thank you.
I'm coming.
Don't have too high of an expectation, okay?
I can't believe
What do you mean? How she is? No, don't stand. Come sit back down. You want to, like, there's like, you can sit. No, the thing is, I want to be outside my class.
Oh my God.
Like, there's just, it's all empty here.
We're just giving you a hard time.
Thank you.
Okay, so what? Sit down.
I was like, I don't want to.
It's okay, we know you
No, it's fine. We can like pass it down.
Done. Justify my travel expenses right there. One button.
Welcome, everyone. I know there's probably not enough seats, but there's a lot of empty floor area here in the front. And we'll have kind of give everyone a little bit more time. And this is my first time doing this, so please have like expectation at like this level. It's probably going to be a little bit chaotic, but
Not us.
I feel like I can't see people. It's fine.
And we can like just pass it, right?
That's what.
Yeah.
And everyone has the bingo card, right? Like that's like a last minute idea, and I don't know if it's gonna work, but on your card, basically what's gonna happen, we're gonna talk for 30 to 40 minutes, and then if anything appears in our talks that's on your bingo card, you can cross it off. And feel free to bingo at any moment during the show. And there should be 3 winners, and we will have stickers and pins and buttons for them. And if you did not win, you can put it in your journal.
Okay, wait, should we do our...
We need to get a set for you. Take a set for you. Not right now.
First attempt, stand-up comedian, so I'm really good.
Yes, Gaiden working.
Good job, Gaiden.
I call him sick Gaiden. We working.
He can't hear. Good job.
The vlog will hear.
Good job, Gaiden. Thanks for modding. We're just gonna sit here.
If you start talking, they're gonna pay attention. Yeah.
One second, people. Where is the, is that the
Speaker?
Yes.
I'm gonna record.
Oh, you're gonna record?
Oh, what? Wow.
Okay, so I guess this is going on to Tokyo Inklings. They got an exclusive.
Oh, I see. Nice.
A little jealous.
We're just gonna whisper random.
I'm gonna put this on our YouTube channel to get the viewership.
Plan this so.
Okay, so Sam, what's the thing it's called?
Oh.
Count it up, just a second. Okay.
Okay, everyone. I'm gonna stand up. It feels weird to talk sitting down for now. I'm just gonna be right here. I think we can start. Everyone's ready for this. Welcome to yeah, we pulled this off last minute because originally it was just a CY, and I was like, hey, let's do an episode over at the Pen Show. And then we're like, oh, Brad's coming, let's reel him in. And oh, Drew's coming, let's get him in too. And Andy, I hope you're not here. I didn't realize the Erasable podcast is also So yeah, and we did not think through anything. I have several questions that I prepared for them, and hopefully they prepared for me. And we're gonna go through my question kind of panel style, and maybe at the end, if we have time, we can also take Q&As. So how's that sound?
Yay!
So I guess first we should introduce ourselves. I just realized. You guys have no idea who I am if you don't listen to the Stationery Cafe. My name is April, and I'm the co-host of the Stationery Cafe, and here's Kelly.
Hi, I'm Kelly from Kelly Levelers on Instagram and, various stationery stores. Lurking around.
I'm Brad from the Pen Addict blog and podcast and Twitch, and Mike usually does all of this part, so
Yeah, it's pretty hard to follow Bradley Daddy. But I'm CY, Tokyo Station Pens, on Instagram and TikTok. I have a website at tokyostationpens.com, and find me on Twitter at tokyostationmnh. I usually do this part, but I still suck at it. And we have a podcast called Tokyo Inklings. Please, if you don't know it, please check it out. We're still figuring out how to grow them, follower or listener numbers, but yeah, it's been a while, right? And it's really not about the listener numbers, it's all about you guys here. Yeah! Fun to see us live, and this long name which I made but I don't remember.
Yeah, he made that up.
But I think this is really special. It's never been done in the history of pen podcasting before. And with that, I'm going to pass it to Drew, because he's actually the really long-winded one.
Half of the long-winded one. If it was me, it would just be an hour. My name is Drew Brown. I work for the Goulet Pen Company, and I co-host our weekly Pencast, which is the most long-winded of all of these.
I'm so honored to be in the presence of these three podcasts because I feel like they work way harder than ours. It's like, we are actually on the break right now. We don't even have episodes out. I jokingly say they're like the Pen podcast and we're the Spend podcast.
That's true.
We're the de-stress, spend all your money podcast, basically. And to start, I feel like I want to give a little bit of my impression. I prepared this last night at 2 a.m., so have mercy on me. People joke that we're the dishwasher podcast. Like, people listen to the Stationery Cafe when they're doing chores.
I actually do that.
Like laundry or dishwashing. And Brad's like probably the card podcast, right? Like, people...
Yeah, we're the I'm going to sleep with you in my head podcast. I'm a little bit uncomfortable with it.
You were thinking when you first met Brad, like the part where you're like, you listen to it in the car, that's all you think about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't remember what he said.
Okay, I'm not gonna make her say embarrassing things about herself. And like, Tokyo Inklings is my dog walking podcast. So when I take Cookie, my dog, out to walk, and I will like chuckle like in the middle of the street, like that's his podcast to me. And Goulet's Pencast, I'm embarrassed to say.
Walk across the entire country.
Yours is the visual one, right? Like we watch your Pencast, so. To the both of us, it was the sitting on the toilet. Like, really slip that in. I think we should start with some questions about all of us, because like we are all stationery themed podcasts, and we don't want to start off with like, what's your favorite pen? You know, like I feel like you can listen to all of them. I kind of want to dive into like the behind the scenes of what it's like to run a stationery podcast, and maybe starting over right at Drew, like who started? Like, was it Ryan or was it you? It was like, this is gonna make us money. Let's do this. What's the origin story there?
There were different versions of a show. Brian did like 250 weekly Q&As for like a bazillion years, and then we spent another 2 years while he was doing that, doing a twice a week Right Now video thing, and then COVID happened and we did nothing. And then when he came back, we were like, oh, we should probably start doing videos again. But why don't we just kind of smoosh everything together? And then the Pencast happened after about a week of preparation. And we're like, maybe we should just record something and just see if it's okay. And yeah, it's been, it was a year in April since we've been doing that, and it's been just fine. So we'll probably keep it up.
10K viewers, no big deal.
Is that why it's so long?
They got longer.
Some of us don't edit.
Yeah, Brad, how about you?
Right.
Yeah, the date, exact date when Pen Addict was.
It was February 2012. I don't have the exact date, but around we celebrated 10 years of.
I graduated college in 2012.
Yeah, 10 years of podcasting about pens is like a super weird thing to say out loud. I mean, we couldn't do it without all of y'all, and all of y'all up here. Like, it's just like, this is like family to us, and like it's just really cool.
The stationary daddy.
Alright, I'm gonna see stickers and hashtags.
Alright, we gotta tell Mike about that one.
Yeah, Mike will not let me live that down. So first one that gets to him, I'll be asking for your name.
Yeah, obviously, Brad Dowdy, Pen Addict, listening to Pen Addict for a while, and I think a lot of information about Japan in general is locked in Japan, and it's locked in Japanese. There used to be a few great blogs. Ross Butler, fantastic blog he had, but he's been inactive for 18 years. He's still alive. He texted me. He DM'd me like a few years ago. He's still around. But we had all of these great people who were writing about pens, and actually Ross Butler is who we should thank for Nakaya being so popular and also doing a lot of brewership. But yeah, he's we have all this information, we have all these goodies, and none of this information gets outside. So Jacob and I, we thought to ourselves, hey, why don't we leverage our position, since we both live in Japan, we speak Japanese, and we like pens, and apparently people like listening to other people talk about stationery. And so we've been talking about it for almost a year. And so this was in 2019, right? So we've been talking about it. We met like March 2019. We're like, hey, let's do a podcast. And Jake's like, yeah. I mean, he's a busy guy too, right? He's an important man in an important company. I'm just hanging around. But then in March, at the end of March, 2020, I was like, you know what? Let's stop dilly-dallying and let's get on it. So I called Jacob, or I texted him, I don't remember which one, and said, hey, are you free this weekend? And he said, yes, I'm free. So we recorded a pilot episode. We used Anchor, and we're like, yeah, let's do this thing. Let's make this podcast about the Japanese things. Remember, the first episode was about, what the stationery landscape is like in Japan. Stores, retailers, e-tailers, auctions. A lot of people know about eBay, but how many people know about Yahoo Auctions? How many people know about Mercari? And the stuff that gets to eBay is often filtered through the first 5 layers of can we sell it domestically before we send it abroad. So we talked about that, and we had a few themed episodes, and gradually we moved on to becoming more focused on news. We covered a lot of news. Jacob in particular, he's a finance guy, so he understands all these finance things. I don't understand it, but one of the most popular episodes to date is about Tomoe River and what's going to happen to Tomoe River. He dissected these investor relations reports. I think that's what a lot of people liked about our podcast. That we go deep. And Jacob likes to say we are a niche within a niche within a niche. We're like fountain pens, and then podcasting, and then about Japanese pens. So that's kind of our place. But yeah, I've been floored by, obviously I don't live here, I live in Japan, but I've been floored by all the people who've come up to me so far this trip and told me, hey, I was on the podcast. It's been a really humbling experience.
Yeah, no, so the important part, happy hour, Stationery Cafe. So April and I do a happy hour once a week. We are on a hiatus right now, and when we come back, it might be a little less than once a week because we are busy ladies. But basically, wasn't it in COVID, 2020, April was like, hey, you want to shut up and I want more content. I'm like, okay, that sounds like fun. And it just kind of became a favorite part of my week from there.
Yeah, I hope Phyllis doesn't hear this. She's my original Stationery Cafe co-host, but she's a busy doctor during the pandemic.
And then she's also a mom.
And she's a mom. She had a baby at that time. So I was like,
We have a bingo!
bingo! Nice! Forgot to eat Tomoe River Discourse. See a pen, that's a free spot. Vintage pen table over budget. Okay, so yeah, I have a lot of time at that time, and I was like, Kelly also has a lot of time, and we talk about stationery, the cheaper ones compared to fountain pens. And once see why the Tokyo Inklings, when they start talking about Hobonichi, I got a little nervous, oh no. Or actually, that's when I finally could understand your podcast. It's I'm a total fountain pen noob 3 years back, and I had a hard time understanding the grinds and stuff. But it has been super fun. We started a little bit earlier than Tokyo Inklings. I think it was November 2019, and everyone knows when that season is. That's the competitive planner. What are you using next year? Death match time of the year. And to gain listenership, I did a clickbait title. I think our first episode is I'm not using a Hobonichi anymore. So, that was Phyllis. Phyllis said that. So it has been super fun, and we really enjoyed everyone's company. The Stationery Cafe has guests on very frequently, and we were able to share the stories of many of other stationery enthusiasts that are not it's kind of a cross. They enjoyed Taiwanese, Japanese, Asian stationery. So I felt that was kind of our niche. Kelly and I crawl Japanese stationery news site excessively. So it was fun to talk about what's new at Midori, what's new at Hobonichi, what's new at Traverse Company, that kind of stuff. So And yeah, we're downsizing. You'll hear less of us, but hopefully happier and more fun, more rambunctious versions in the future. So let's get into something more interesting, like behind the scenes. Are there any pre-recording rituals that you guys do with your co-host? Anything special that always happens, or like remember to tell each other to put on pants or something like that? Why don't you say?
We really don't have anything too particular. I purposely don't get online. We record a live show scheduled 10 a.m. Eastern Wednesdays. And so you can go online, relay.fm.live, and listen to us. So we tend to get online and just start talking banter between ourselves for like 5 or 10 minutes. I try not to overstress. I don't reread all the podcast notes, just so we can go in and start having fun. I know Mike definitely has not read the notes. So I feel like I'm prepared. We get in there, we banter for 5 minutes, talk about nothing, really, just nonsense. And then we just go. We just let it go right after that, and we go for about an hour at a time. Sorry, Drew. And,
Must be nice.
And then we're out, and we just have too much fun doing it. But there's no real routine other than Mike always counts me in, which he doesn't do for any other podcast. But we started doing that because I'm the oldest podcast on the Relay FM network, and back in the day, we used to have. It was really important for us to count in. So that is one behind the scenes that no one hears. And Mike says it every time. I'm going to stop doing this one day, but he can't make himself do it.
It's a nice
How about
ritual.
Because I know he's going to be long-winded.
Oh, you hear that? You hear that?
I should be invited to your podcast more often. Make it a
Brian.
3-hour podcast.
You can stay on brand, yeah. Speaking of which, one thing that I always do is wonder whether or not Brian's going to be ready. So that's a ritual. See if he's actually in the meeting or not. And usually, I always get coffee beforehand. And then I like to print out my notes. Brian usually uses the laptop to look at, what little agenda we have. But I like the paper. I don't know, because I take notes, because I have to add in links and anything that gets mentioned that's not already on the agenda. I'm like, oh, he mentioned this thing. Let me write it down so I can add the link in later. But a lot of the time, the ritual is just me checking the virtual agenda that we have in our Google Drive to see what he's added in at the last minute. Because we prep this at the 11th hour, and sometimes even between the time I print out my version and then I look to see what the live Google version is, I'll see that he has gone in and just created a whole symposium of the most nonsensical topics. So I'm like, all right, well, I need those glasses that just have open eyes on them.
All right, so
So I get out my nib grinder.
if you texted me, DM'd me in your time zone, you probably noticed that I sleep pretty late.
Or you sleep pretty little.
Yeah. So like my time, 2 a.m. is when about I go to sleep, and so yeah, I don't wake up very early. But Jacob has an offspring, and
You mean a kid?
and Jacob wakes up at 5, before 5 every morning. So he has to do offspring stuff during the day, and so we have to record always in the morning before he goes off and does
Offspring stuff.
offspring stuff. So it's always we're recording at 8 o'clock in the morning. When I'm here, we always record at 6 o'clock my morning time, so he could have had dinner already. And so my ritual is just going to the bathroom. I always pee before I record the podcast. Because if I don't, it's like an hour. Yeah, sorry, we only do an hour. Yeah, an hour before I can go. And, when you're speaking to a microphone, you do want to drink something because sometimes you get like parched throat. So you want to make sure even if you don't drink, you have something there, right? Sometimes drinking, and yeah.
So, a lot of times when we record our happy hour episodes, it's like on a Monday or Tuesday at like 7 p.m. because our retail shop closes at 6, so I'm often like just getting home. So April always, for our happy hour, we like to say, oh, what are you drinking today? Most of the time, it's lemon LaCroix. But sometimes I'm like prepping tea and I'm too late. But most of the time, my pre-show ritual is just like you were saying, like writing notes. Like, did I finish all the topics? Most of the time, I just make it up.
Yeah, we use an Excel sheet, like a Google sheet, and like we have one column that's for me and one column that's for her. And when she comes into the Zoom, we use the Zoom to record, and then I'll be like, Kelly, yours is blank. What are you talking about this week from you? And she says, I'll wing it. Like, and for me, my ritual is to prepare drinks that will piss Kelly off. Like, I like to put ice drinks in mugs. And I also like to drink the coffee from the morning, or the third drink of the day that is still unfinished with the 2 other unfinished drinks on my table.
Jelly in your water.
And jelly in the water.
What?
I don't know. But it's rare. Sometimes together we come together with no tea and we're like, yeah. That was really fun. I want to hear funny stories that happens during the recording. Like, has there ever been like fiascos or anything? And actually I want to start because I don't know if any of you guys caught that very traumatizing happy hour where in the middle of the recording, Kelly has a cat that jumped onto her ink shelf and starts walking across the thing, like the shelf with all like 40 bottles, ink samples, and then it started clinking, and I was like, I cannot pause, and I also cannot go on. It's too scary. And I think I screamed 3 times, and we were just watching in horror, like she wasn't even doing anything to stop it. We were just both turning towards Kelly's like back to see the cat, Maya, see if she would knock anything off, and with the final sprint off the shelf, like the whole thing rattled, and then it was okay. There's nothing broke, but that was so scary.
I feel like the thing about it was, it's like, I just thought we were gonna ignore it and keep going. And it was like, Kelly, she's on there. I'm gonna keep this in the episode. And I'm like, she's fine. Like, nothing's gonna happen. I have rug on the floor. Like, it's okay. And, she just kind of, how cats do that thing where they like, she's chaotic. It's just, I don't know who's going next.
Additional, like we edit a lot, and then usually the edit is when Maya jumps onto the windowsill right in front of Kelly, and we do Zoom, so we would both get spooked, stop, and the cat comes in, or the cat goes out, and she usually swears, and I try to keep it like non-sweary, so that's a lot of editing on my end.
Sorry. I didn't
Not griping or anything. Okay, back.
I'm the swearer. We have to keep that clean. We're generally mishap-free. The one I recall that was the most annoying and frustrating was where I record is where I also stream. So I have a desk that have lights attached, and as things happen, those things tend to fall. Except while we're recording the podcast, the light boom fell, so my microphone's separate. And the light fell, hit the microphone, hit me in the head, and that's all fine, except for what Mike hears on the other side is this huge crash and bang, and yelping, and he's thinking like, did Brad just get robbed? Is he alive, or what happened? So
It was a yelp.
Yeah, it was more of a, because I didn't see it, it just comes crashing down on me, but not knowing what he was thinking on the other side was the funniest part of that.
Yeah, so we're also pretty mishap-free. We get like,
All right.
we get the occasional, doorbell ringing, but that's all fine, right? But so in one of the reviews for our podcast, one of the reviewers said, "Thank you so much. This is one of the only podcasts that I can listen with my son, my young son." And we try to keep it very PG. So we try not to curse on our episodes. But I remember one episode I just forgot, and I curse a lot in real life. I totally forgot, and I just casually slipped it in. And afterwards, when I was editing it, I was like, anyway, so when I was editing it, I was like, I said a curse word, and so it was too close to other words, and I'm sure the other editors here will know that if your blue squiggly line is too close to the other squiggly line, you can't actually cut words out. Like sometimes I actually cut whole sentences and merge them together so that it sounds like one sentence, but I couldn't do it in this case. So I think there's one episode where there's like a huge like censored sound. Yeah, I don't remember exactly the episode.
I remember that one.
Yeah, but there's like
It was
one.
jarring.
Yeah. I was just talking and it was that was.
What's editing? Yeah, we've had lots of mishaps. A lot of audio issues, a lot of video issues, ladybugs crawling and infesting Brian's living room, and all sorts of stuff. The thing I like the most is actually language related, so hooray for that. Brian is usually very measured in his restraint and diplomatic approach to questions. Brevity not being one of them, but there was one time where we were discussing underrated pens, and it was I had all my stuff ready to go, and he did his part, and toward the end, it occurred to me like, you know what, and I said, Brian, some people think the Lamy 2000 is underrated, and because we were just like, I don't know, jiving, just rolling, immediately, as soon as I said it, he said, well, those people can go to hell. Right? I think he immediately went, he never does that. So, when Brian and Rachel let one loose, it's just so delightful. It doesn't happen often, but he likes the Lamy 2000, guys. He enjoys his Lamy 2000. But that was probably my favorite funny moment, and a little off brand for him, but delightful nonetheless.
I have to remember that, and I think he also realized what he said immediately afterwards.
Yep.
He's like, I'm just kidding.
I actually have to go there.
I love it. I edit a lot, so there's barely audio mishaps on the show, but I do have to. I did one time with a guest, like cut an entire chunk, move it to the front, and then took out portion and moved to the back. It was like a surgery on audio, but it turned out great. So no fault there. Oh, okay.
April, have you ever taken audio or video from other episodes and sliced it into the one you're editing?
If it's a happy hour, I will consider doing that. Nowadays. Okay, so I think we talked a lot about the podcast, running a podcast. I want to talk a little bit about the SF show experience. This is my second SF show, probably grabbed like 10 or something like that. I want everyone to share a fun experience or something that happened so far in the past 2-3 days that is particularly memorable, feel warm and fuzzy, or feel annoyed, or whatever. So,
Hey, oh boy. I was like, there's quite a few things I could say here. generally, and I feel like people say this a lot, I was telling Brad this earlier, like, everybody's so nice in the pen community, and like, people, like, if you have in your mind something that you want and you voice it out loud, someone will be like, well, like, you should go to that person over there, they probably have something like that, and I go to that person over there and they have the thing, and I'm like, oh, dope, and just like, it just is a really wonderful community, so you know, give yourselves a round of applause, because hell yeah. I had a very good experience I want to talk about, and you'll probably hammer this on your podcast later, but like the Yamamoto paper.
I'm gonna hammer it now.
Oh, okay. I feel like I'm just gonna pass it to you. So, you know, I came in a little late. Like, I was like CY late, okay? I was like, there was still a couple minutes left.
2 minutes early.
Yeah, I was still on time. And it was upstairs, you know, so I thought it was in this room actually. So I was like, oh no. I'm like, how do I get upstairs? I talked to Franz, and he's like, oh, you just have to go upstairs. So I'm like, you know, kind of elbowing people out of the way, like in a nice way. And so I get in there, and there's an empty spot next to Brad, and I was like, I'm gonna sit next to Brad. And then so like, you know, the Bruce, who is a super awesome guy that also speaks Japanese, he was like translating for his Taisho, right? Taisho Yamamoto? Taizo, sorry. That's right. I'm mixing his name with a name. So it was just a really cool experience because he was talking about like all of the different properties of the papers and what machines they're made on, like what company does this and that. And
Secrets.
yeah, so, oh yeah, and secrets that we're not allowed to share, so I mean, you can talk to me later if you want to know, but SOC too. But it was just really cool to be in a room with a bunch of people that are essentially just me. Like, people in the room be going like, hey, do you mean this is the old Tomoe River that we're riding on, or the new one? Because I need to know, like, what machine was this made? It was just really delightful, and I will take that experience with me. It was great.
Yeah, I promise I'm not on Yamamoto's payroll as much as I've yapped about this, but it was a spectacular class. Kelly tried to get both of us kicked out when she came in, but it was really fun, and we almost had to sign NDAs the way the class started. So it was pretty interesting. So I would definitely think about that. The other one of the big things was hanging out with this guy, who I have not got to see in person, and him telling me a week before the show, I have something for you that you need to see, and that was it. And so I now have a new pen from CY, which we can talk about.
From CY.
And the coolest, wildest thing I saw was the Kiwi pen, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Alright, so I did not prepare for April's question. So I'm gonna just swing it, but I think first of all, if you listen to the podcast, which you should, you already know that pen shows here are not really the same as pen shows in Japan. So I think for me personally, just getting to absorb the experience was pretty cool. Also, I didn't really see the show because I was just on table C6. So I haven't really seen much of the show actually. But yeah, just kind of absorbing the experience. Obviously, a lot of people coming over to say hi. Said really humbling experience. But I think, yeah, when Brad came over, I think working on this pen, that was fantastic. That was brilliant. But there's one guy that I want to shout out, and I've actually known, or I've known of this person for quite a while. So a few years back, I was seeing all these people, all these people meaning Larry's, putting parallel nibs into random different pens. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. The parallel pen is pretty ugly. So I texted a friend, Olivier from Olive Boy Pens, something like that. Yeah, Olive Boy, you guys know him. And I said, hey, you 3D print. Can you 3D print me a housing that is compatible with the Yogo number 6 and parallel? And he said, no. He said, yeah, it's too difficult, and I don't want to do it. I don't know if he said I don't want to do it. I think he wanted to do it, but it was just very hard. And I was like, oh, well, that sucks. and a few months later, I saw this guy post on Reddit. He had 3D printed a converter or a feed that would allow him to put a Visconti nib inside a Untitled. And so I texted him, I said, hey, I'm looking for this 3D printed parallel thing. And I finally got to meet him at this show. It was brilliant. He gave me some of the converters, and that actually worked pretty well. We obviously went back and forth a little bit in the show about where we can make some improvements to the design. But I tried it on one of Fountain Pen Day's Estabooks, and it works so well. It takes a cellular converter, so you can have an eyedropper, or you can use a converter. And I think, yeah, meeting this guy and just seeing these cool things that people are doing, yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah, not what are you sorry for? What'd you do? Oh, no, that's not nearly the most awkward thing that's happened to me today. In fact, one thing that I really enjoyed today is, all the different approaches people will come at you with a greeting, such as the fist bump, the hug, the high five. You never know what you're gonna get, and I've just accepted that it's going to be weird. I've just taken to shaking fists. It's like, no, bring it in. Like, this guy knows. And also, one thing I've loved even more about meeting people re-meeting people, I guess, because I know so many people through Instagram and YouTube, and finally being able to put faces to names. And one thing I've enjoyed is while I have people coming to me who know who I am and like, hey, and then I startle them by knowing who they are and be like, oh my God, you're oh Jesus, so I'm a very excitable person, and I'm pretty, I guess that might be disarming, which is good, because you very quickly realize that no matter what you do, when you meet me, you're not going to be as awkward as I am. So in that way, it's like, you know what? It's one less thing to worry about, because look at this guy. He's just not in control of himself at all. So, you're welcome if that is applied to you today.
One more thing, which Brad Dowdy and I shared, which I think is the most awkward thing that happened to us. So there's this guy who came to my table. He says, hey, this is going to sound really awkward, but I'm not looking for you. Is Drew Brown at the show?
Later on. Hey, Brad, is Drew Brown at the show? Good to meet you. Do you know where Drew is?
So hard to see.
I want to add, we have a friend who is from Philippines, and she happens to be in San Francisco. She came up to me, and the first thing she said is, "Oh, I saw Drew up there." Weird Drew attraction here. My favorite thing is I said I'm not going to buy a pen at the pen show. I broke a pen at the pen show. My own pen, a Uniball Signal.
Watching Full House over here.
But I was working at the plotter booth. Everyone kind of knows where we are, and we were lucky to be right behind Boo Box. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I bumped butts with Boo Box people so many times in the past 2 days. And then I was like concentrating on people checking out Potter, helping them out, and I hear last one, like in the side of my ear. I spin around, which one? and we all bought the Morning Glory glass pen, right? Did we?
I got the Cinderella slipper. Or she did it. Yeah.
Tomato.
Okay.
Wait, is that how to say?
Tomato.
I want to make sure we get people to bingo. So,
Oh yeah, am I supposed to be?
do you guys like the fishing vest? No one's bingoing.
Joy likes it.
Who bought over 5 inks? Bingo? Did you bingo? Okay.
Bingo!
Yeah, and I realized it's like 6:46, and I don't know if anyone we want to keep going.
I thought it was till 8.
But I also we said we could have chill journaling time, but I also have a lot of questions. Keep
Oh no.
Oh, no.
So I have a confession. I'm not very good at keeping them on time, so I have to rely on Google Calendar. I've been talking to people, and I totally messed up the time of the show. It's until 8, but I thought it started at 8.
Oh my
I told people,
Oh no! You told people to come at 8!
Dude.
yeah, they're probably gonna.
That's on record, right?
Yeah, they're gonna trickle in.
So what do you guys think? You guys wanna? We can keep going.
Yeah! Keep going!
Okay. Favorite thing you bought at
Forever
the show?
stream.
Okay, I want to say one thing. I have a favorite thing at the show, but Kelly bought it and did not get one for me too, and I was really mad. There's this Rickshaw Sinclair donut pattern with really pretty pink koozie interior. And she drove in after taking bathroom breaks at the booth because she was talking to us. She's like, look what I got. And that was the last one. So I just want to mention that was my favorite thing at the show.
Oh, it's cute!
So cute.
So I'm pretty sure I literally got the last one because someone right next to me had one with I think a blue interior. I was like, oh, I like the pink better anyway. And I'm like, the lady behind the counter was counter booth, whatever. She was like, oh yeah, I think that might be the last one. And then April, seriously, she gives the most betrayed look. I also got bubble tea last night and she wasn't with me. And in the car, I was like, you guys, we should have been going for April. And I show up and she sees me and she's like, you didn't get me bubble tea. Wait, what was the question? Oh yeah. So favorite thing you got. Okay. I wanted to talk about this because it's so weird. I keep accosting people. It's this Microsoft branded Kaweco Sport set. Okay? And the best part about it is that no, this is a fountain pen. It comes with a ballpoint pen too. But it says Microsoft, and then it's number 669 out of 1,000. How is this not the best thing?
And then you met the person.
And then I met the dude that was like, oh, I helped design that, or I designed that. This guy from Germany. I'm like, what? this was only $50. It was such a cool experience that I'm really glad I have it.
So I feel guilty sitting next to you telling you how much I enjoy the pen that I bought from CY, but as one of the main enablers to a lot of your addictions here, I would like to admit that yesterday I too got enabled.
Yeah.
And it's April's fault. So I had my plotter appointment, and I went and built my narrow plotter that I really really wanted. I'd been planning on getting it. I was deciding to get it, and I was super happy with it. And that's a really cool experience. You know, again, not on the payroll. I feel like there's a lot of disclosure that needs to happen here. So I'm sitting there waiting at Plotter, and as I'm sitting there talking to other people building their plotters and the people behind the booth and friends who are hanging out by me, all of these plotter minis start coming out of pockets, like left and right. Plotter mini, plotter mini, plotter mini. And I'm like, I'm not buying the plotter mini. I now own a plotter mini.
So I have left table C6. So I didn't buy anything yet at the show. But that's not actually true. So I bought from Maple the stickers that these lucky bingo winners will get.
Speaking of, bingo! Yay!
See why? I kinda got claps though.
Yeah, that's not my problem. I want to talk about somebody, because I didn't buy anything, so I want to talk about somebody else's acquisitions. And Bradley Dowd sold a pen. So if y'all don't know, Kelly's a big Halloween fan.
Yeah, you all don't know. Yeah.
And Kelly's been pining for this pen for a while. And none of us told Kelly that there was this pen. So I happen to also have this pen, and it's with me at the show. So we have to, I'm not going to say what it is, but we have to dance around, we have to wave the pen around, dance around, and yell, hocus pocus, hocus pocus. So that's,
Fantastic.
yeah, and then maybe you'll get yours.
Maybe.
That's what to pay for.
That's true.
It hasn't paid for it yet.
We can have a bidding war.
Nice.
No.
This is the auction
Or
rate.
you can like rob her and pay him.
I have no idea what they're talking about. So I actually was gifted a pretty big deal today. I don't have any vintage pens, like at all. I think the 90s is as old as they get for me. But I had a friend, Craig, who insisted on making sure I had a vintage pen. He gifted me a very, very nice, refurbished 1918 Waterman's 52. And it's amazing and beautiful and wonderful, and I absolutely love it. In addition to that, I was also gifted 2 bags full of Game Boy Advance accessories. So I think I'm making out pretty well. I've got magnifiers, extra grips, batteries, like I don't think it's gonna get topped at this point. So go home now.
Yeah, well, didn't you get an umbrella?
I did get it. Everyone's been getting pens left and right from CY, and I got an umbrella. Seattle. To be fair, it's a melon soda design like umbrella. I look really badass and weird in Seattle. I'll use it a lot. It's super cute. Yeah, CY bought stickers from me because I was with him at DC Pen Show and I took a lot of things from his table and did not pay him. So I was like, CY, what can I do for you? So I printed him 400 stickers and I gave him $20. We're settled. It is? No, it's had to pay off. Since we still have time, I was like, let's move into stationery topics. I had some Q&A from friends who were like, what are some questions you want to know? And this one is like the most popular one. Favorite ink color? Right now, this moment, at this day and year. Favorite ink color? Because we know that changed. So.
Okay.
He wants it.
Yeah.
Hey, you're too slow. So, I'm sad that I don't get to use this color more often, but my favorite ink color right now is purple. Actually, I used Mont Blanc's Lavender Purple for about 7 years, just refilling the same ink. I never finished an ink bottle of it, but yeah, I have it in one of my emperors right now, and people will come up to me and they're like, "What ink was in that pen?" And so that's probably my favorite ink color, lavender purple, which is not lavender.
First of all, I just want to say something really quick that I learned about CY when I hung out with him in DC when we were there a couple weeks ago. He was like having me test all these pens at a cafe. It was super fun. And I was asking, wow, this ink is like, it's got this really nice sheen. It was just some blue. And he was like, yeah, so you know what you do is you just keep filling the ink bottle with water. Like, does that make people go, like, what? And he's like, no, it brings out the sheen. And I'm like, what is your ink? I'm so concerned. So that was a weird experience, but
That's weird.
you know, I keep gravitating towards teals right now. I don't know, like,
Did you buy the Alice tears?
I bought the Tears of Alice, finally. Like, yeah. But what was, I think one of my pens has Mirror Mirror of Moraine by Ferrisville Press in it right now, so that's a current favorite of mine.
I am really into magenta inks right now. That hot pink purple combination, that's what I bought today. I bought some from Sailor today. Bunga Box, I bought the Sailor red purple today. It's in that range. That's, every time I go to a pen show or every time I'm shopping for pens, I'm always picking up a new magenta ink to get out of my blue, black, and orange kick. So we go with magenta right now. That's it.
Oh, bingo.
Nice. Every day I walk into an office with like 800 different colors, so it's very rare that I use the same color twice. I don't really, but I will say that right now I'm gonna do my best to pronounce this properly, CY, in Japanese. Sailor Manyo Amamoyoi.
Oh boy.
Yeah, pretty on spot, right? Amamoyoi. No, that's not gonna do that. Amamoyoi. No. Amamoyoi. What? Anyway, I like it a lot. It's a chroma shading, greenish situation going on, but next week it'll be something different for me. So I just don't have one.
I didn't see you in my room the other day. You walk into the house. That's my house.
I'm sorry. No!
Yay! Can you pass it? Yeah.
Keep talking, bro.
She'll wrinkle you. My favorite ink right now is Ollie Orange. I really like orange ink, and I came to the show with a huge expectation because although Bunga Box on their comment says no, we don't have any more Mikan ink left, I saw like visual receipt of someone's conversation that says no, they will bring it. CY said that to Toasty. So I was like, first thing Friday, someone go get that Mikan ink for me, and they did not bring it.
I did bring a bottle of Pikachu. And I gifted it to the amazing Mr. Stacy Tells. If you want to shave her, he's the man. But I only have space for one, so.
Wow.
It is the best orange ink, though.
Rub it in. Rub it in.
Be compromising.
Inside joke, sorry. Okay, I think maybe just two more questions and then we can kind of pretty much wrap it up. I know it's kind of late. Funniest, favorite, worst thing you ever reviewed on the podcast? It could be funny.
Whenever you ask about like worst things, nobody wants to start, but like we're like a spicy podcast. So there are a lot of things that we reviewed. So one of the episodes we talked about narwhal versus Twisby. We actually have Frank from Narwhal coming on the podcast. But I think the worst thing talked about on the podcast is probably our Wancher episode. That got pretty spicy, that got pretty heated. People talking over each other. I had like DMs saying, hey, people are talking over each other, can you edit it better? I'm like, no. Not. But yeah, that was probably the worst thing.
Were you saying that the prison pen is the worst pen ever, or?
There's gonna be follow-up.
Nice. For me, the first two pens that come to mind are the.
2000. Some people say that's overrated. No, the first thing that comes to mind, the first two things, the Monteverdi tool pen, which, I can only say so much about because it's incredibly popular and has outsold so many other pens that have since, been laid to rest since that thing came on board, so I don't know. That pen befools me with its success. But then recently, we wanted to discuss the Gentile 999 Dragon pen on the Pencast. And we started off just like, why not? Let's talk about the darn thing. But then by the end of our conversation, we kind of had both decided that it's pretty great. I mean, it's like, it knows exactly what it is. It's not trying to be anything more, and you kind of gotta just, salute it for it just self-actualizing, I suppose.
We have a long list of pens that we have discussed unfavorably. Many of them appeared on Kickstarter. Many of them did not complete their campaigns on Kickstarter.
We did the same thing.
Some of them were. In the case of the Scribble, some of them were the same pen. But between the Visionaire and the Scribble, we've done all that. That's not necessarily fun to talk about. It's more like, this is ridiculous. This shouldn't exist. But as far as the fun pens, there's two that stand out related to your Dragon talk. The Chaos pen is one of the great pens that I've ever seen. We made fun of that pen for years. Years and years. Sylvester Stallone, the Chaos pen. Until I saw one in person, I did not understand it, and it changed everything. It is unbelievable. Like, it is a legitimately great pen, and it just blew my mind. And it's like, I finally saw it in person, and I got it.
I'm ashamed to say I've just recently actually started signing up for your, friend of the show podcast and become a member of the Pen Addict. But your episode with Alan talking about the Chaos pen was the first friend of the show episode I downloaded because I wanted to know. And hearing you come to that realization was just beautiful. It was just like, it was an experience that I'm glad that you put out there. And your vulnerability was inspiring. The transparency was there. I just feel like it was an inspiration to me.
And the last one probably the honorable mention is the Visconti IO Penna. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of that pen. It's one of the most amazing pens you will ever see. Look that up. You will have nightmares.
I actually went to Visconti's showroom in Florence to see this pen, the IO pen, and it's atrocious. And I had to ask them, why did you make this? It's so ugly. They told me that it was made by Italian craftsmen, and that it was very inspired. And then they signed off by saying this pen is for
this thing.
For students, for younger people to get into confidence, whether it's a $300 pen.
Is it floppy?
It's floppy.
I don't even know what pen that is, but I want to look at it later. It sounds intense.
It's like a tentacle.
I really like that.
Who said that?
Bingo.
Oh,
Bingo!
Bingo!
I was like, what's going on?
Tentacle got the bingo.
ever seen the art of the fisherman
Oh,
wife?
oh yeah, I know. I studied. I was Japanese studies major. I've seen that painting. So
What's that?
yeah. Okay. And in terms of appropriate topics, so April and I were kind of like talking about these topics last night, and I was like, well, I feel like we kind of make fun of stuff sometimes, but something that's always funny when I'm going to the Google sheet and putting in what I'm going to say, and then I look over to April's columns and I see Uniball say no, or sorry, Uniball 1 again. And like, do you guys know that gel pen? Like, because they keep coming out with colors, and April keeps like talking about them. They're like, dude, do you really need these? And she's like, oh, this looks like race car green. I'm like, oh my god. I guess we should just spend like 15 more minutes talking about this.
And Kelly talks about Kuwaikos. Always another Kuwaikos. So what's a little bit different with our podcast is because we're two females, so we look at pens. Sometimes they look like other objects. For example, the Caraco pen.
Oh, no.
The Caraco pen. Have you guys seen that? I think the Stationery Cafe community dubbed it the tampon pen. It's a cotton center, and you dip it into an ink bottle, and then you use ox blood or rider's blood. That's And then the other pen that I also thought looks a lot like a tampon is the Lilliput, and I remember.
Don't you mean the Supra?
Well, sometimes there's light days, okay?
She told me that one time, because I think it was when the green Lilliput came out. I was like, April, this pen is so cute. And she's like, Kelly, it looks like a tampon. I'm like, I can't unsee that now.
All right, final question. I know this has been so much fun. And before the final question, I need to tell you guys about Pen Collectors of America. Thanks to France, he's not here already, but like I was like a week before this, I was like, France, can I have that room like I said 3 months ago, like at 6 o'clock for like 50 people? And he's like, what? But he managed to be such a rickshaw. So thanks to them, and he wants me to talk a little bit about Pen Collectors of America, and I think that was really cool. It's a nonprofit. It supports the hobby that we're all in, and I think you can subscribe to it. They have a cool program for pens for kids where they do like kind of treasure hunting thing, and I just thought it was kind of cool. Like we subscribe to things all the time, and like it's cool to have one that's like so catered to our hobby. So definitely come check it out if you're interested. And the final question, and we have so many, by the way, so many bingo that are not bingo. Okay.
Bingo.
Okay. Yeah, so we just pass it back.
Nice.
What?
And we have, anyone bought a crab at the show? Because I have not bought a crab yet.
Lots of crabs.
I put crab.
Oh, bingo right
Bingo!
Just give them away.
I'm giving them away. Who like talked to a stranger and told them about like to buy this? Just do it. Well, you can. Everyone should just come up and like. Who bought a plotter? I swear this is not paid. And then there's one thing in there that that might be confusing, saw a brew member, so I just want to shout out. Part of what encouraged me to do this is the amazing Twitch community that Brad was in, Stationery Brew team, and a lot of us here consistently stream Stationery. Like, we're not as eloquent, we can't edit that much, and we talk about
Why are you
Stationery
saying
like
nice things about us, April?
7 days a week. We have a timetable. Like, if you don't want to work or want to be distracted during work, you tune in starting at like 8 for drafts, and then you can go all the way to 8 p.m. Like, just jumping from channel to channel of people either talking about stationery, playing games related to stationery, or play Pokemon. So it's really fun. And so that's what I meant by brew member. So there's a lot. Can I have you guys stand up? So I can, like, bring you guys up. We got Toasty Trees behind them, Jokester, Carol Rose, oh my God, those words. Look for, and Christiana Reyes. So we love stationery, and we're like a very, like, to be honest, we're like not as knowledgeable about fountain pen. Like a lot of us were like doing streams about what are pen show etiquettes, what should I bring? It's really fun. I would love if everyone could go check them out. We are super fun. We want to learn more about fountain pens. We're kind of in like this Japanese stationery world of trying to get into the fountain pen world. So I just want to thank you guys for supporting us and like supporting this. I was initially expecting just them here. And I just wanted to do something fun for us. So that's what seeing a brew member means. So if you do twitch.tv/brewteam, because we drink anything, beer, coffee, tea, whatever.
Stationery brew.
Oh, stationery brew. Oh yeah, stationery brew. They will find us. Okay, final question. Final question.
Sit down.
I have it. Final question. What's your favorite season, stationery season, and why?
Planner season, fall, September.
I've fallen into the annual new release calendar right at the end of January, February, when I get yelled at for sharing anything from Sailor, Pilot, or Platinum and ask them to be taken down off the internet.
I'm definitely don't. I have no preference to season. I don't know when something's gonna come out that I like. I don't plan, so yeah.
Maybe we should go. Yeah, I was gonna say that as well, but then I
It
realized.
sounded really lame.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like that. Yeah, March is the start of Sakura season.
Stole my answer.
So there's like Sakura themed stationery everywhere, but March is also the Murders and Pen show, and there's always something cool there.
Oh, it's a new
So yeah, I'm excited about March, and also recently now September too, because we're gonna have a fall show now. So we're gonna go back.
Oh.
It's going to be
Blush.
looking for
It says
Shishikura
blush.
pens, 2 of them apparently, purple one, sparkling, and of course it'll be stupid expensive, but yeah, I'd like to check that out. And then September means that there's 1 month left to Tokyo Pen Show.
Yes.
So that's really exciting, and yeah.
This year is my favorite stationery season. I swear next year I'll be on the board control no spin. I pulled up 1 pen per quarter, which Kelly laughed at me about. I broke it in quarter 2 and I proceeded to buy 5 pens in a week. I'm kind of sad now. Yeah, she was the one that broke it actually. But yeah, I'm really excited about August. This is the entire month of August, because we're Hobonichi nerds, is like the review month for Hobonichi. So it has been like a ritual for us. And then the intense planner season, where my planner count goes from 6 to 21 and then back down to 14 at the end of the year. But next year I'm only going to use 7, I swear. Well, thank you
No, really. She planned 2 pen shows. She did a seminar. She's basically boss lady of plotter travelers everywhere. She planned for Taki-san to come over. And then she planned this, and I really don't know how she managed. I mean, probably with 14 planners, right? Yeah, so really, I think a huge thanks to April for organizing not just this, but everything that you do.
Since this is the end of the thing, I can say something. It's because bitches get shit done.
That's the great track.
Alright, so the rest of the time, I think we kept this room till 8, so, you know, feel free to stay, talk to
Have people ask questions here?
Huh?
Do you want any like open questions?
Is someone gonna come in at 8 to listen to the podcast?
No. Did you want people here to ask questions?
Oh, questions? Okay, there you go.
You mentioned you had a ton of planners, and I was curious why.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, just kidding.
I need ideas, please.
We're the Pencast,
Okay.
and I don't use my planners to plan.
Thank you, JD lady.
They're just fun. So I actually do just use them to play with my stationery, and also gives me an excuse to buy more stationery. That's the honest truth.
Well said.
Any other questions? Anyone? You know,
And also for anyone else.
for that, yeah. For
I got a question from someone on the stream. Water Chick asks, do we know if Drew is wearing a new shirt for the pen show?
Nope.
All right, that was succinct.
It's at least a year old.
At least a year. We're streaming now. That's why the brew team is in action. So, yeah. So we apparently recorded this. CY recorded this, and hopefully we can share it to all our fans who are not able to be here. And really happy to be able to do this. And we have so many stickers in the front, so even if you did not bingo, you can come and get stickers. And again, like this is the time, I guess, to mingle, travel down, journal, do whatever, go eat dinner, or go back to bed. You know. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
I cannot believe that you did this. Like, we didn't even know anything.
I thought it was an 8.
You just made this happen.
You thought it was the
Take one. Yeah. Is that okay, Brad? That I keep going?
Dump them out. All of them can go.
I'm taking one too.
Can I give all these out?
Yeah, sure.
This is what we're giving out. Stationery Cafe.
Thank you, it was so much fun. I was dream come true. I can retire from stationery.
Yeah.
Next year you see me in 10 years.
Somebody take a screenshot. We'll pose. 1, 2,
Specific.
I'll watch them on. There's buttons and stickers
Right now, we're just destroying the barrel.
and another one. This is your hoard. I was hoarding it for them, but they all won. I was hoarding it for them, but they won. Did I take one?
And special edition Stationery Cafe. That used to, I'm gonna take a few of that.
Did you get a button? Yeah. Hi, John. Okay, hi, everybody. What's your name? Jasmine.
streamed the whole thing. Board for me then.
So you guys wanted to go around and say hi to everybody? I'm gonna bring you guys around, okay? Stay. Okay, I'm moving. Alright, Leo was amazing and got boba for us. Sorry, hold on. Okay. Here's planning with stuff. Oh my gosh. I love her husband in all the nicest ways. The nicest way. He's around here somewhere too. Shout out Yoda Manyo. Ryan. She's over there. See? Look at. Thank you, partners. You make the world go round. Okay. I'm stuck. Hi, Carly. Hey, you want to say hi? Here's Florence. Hey, Florence is stuck. Hi, this is Yoda Manyo. Jasmine loves him. He's the best. See why? Carol says hello. Roses loves your hair. Hi, Avery. This is the pen show. I'm stuck though. No, I think we're the G-Note. Thank you. So your daughter?
Yeah, I stopped. Yeah. I just want the whole chat now.
They just want to keep this one. Look at this! Toasty!
I'm just here to heckle April.
Show us your stickers. Look at what Toasty did.
Wait, where's the cat? There we go. Stickers!
They're so good! Look at the crab!
I'm trying to give them away. I have 3 left. Yeah, something like
She
that.
loves your shirts.
Oh, thank you. Yes, E for
Yes, right? It's these shirts. You got a picture with Joy?
A picture with Joy?
She was the one who designed the logo.
Oh, yeah, I should get a picture with Joy.
Yeah.
I think I may have.
Hi, Tosha by Tori. Hey, I'm moving. Sorry, you're in my face. Okay, I'm gonna try to talk to CY. How's everybody doing?
A couple minutes, yeah.
Leo got us boba. And let me show you. This is the room. CY. Oh, now I'm chasing. Hi, Joy. I love you. I got an Okinawa milk tea. If you find it, if there's.
You still live?
I am. Yay! Thank you. I'm so hot still. Okay. Well, I guess I'll drink it later. Look, it's Connor. Hold on. Ah.
Greg,
You're Masha.
You're a bus champ.
You're a bus champ.
You're a bus champ. Rex.
I hope you like it, everyone.
Do you like Connor's shirt?
Isn't it awful? I love it so much. The worst shit I own. It's so bad. Hi everyone. Hope you're all doing well. So much crabs. I know it's awful, isn't it? I love it so much. I got bingo.
You got a bingo. I was hoarding some for you. Yes. I was hoarding it for you. And then you guys won.
I'll have another one. It's fine.
Yes, take another one.
It's finished. It's like here's like something. It's okay.
Did you see I hydrated for you? And I said cheers.
Did you do story time? So we're doing story time with Graham Jasmine. Can you show us what was in the room? Did you like doing all the redeems?
I'm gonna redeem your things. You're a boss champ.
You're a boss champ.
Okay, now I'm like awkwardly I'm like awkwardly standing next to the famous people. Should I talk to them?
Hello, this is the famous Jasmine Marie Pens.
No!
Are you gonna get on the level?
Everyone likes your shirt.
Why? Okay, thank you. It's so bad.
It feels thick.
It is kind of thick. I'm surprised.
It's actually pretty good quality.
You're a boss champ.
You're a bus champ. No, you. Okay, I'm trying to infiltrate. I'm trying to infiltrate, but I don't know how. How do I squeeze in, you guys? No. No. I don't know how to interrupt people's conversations. Okay, hold on. Look. See, like they're all talking. Joe can do it. How do we do this?
Joe can do it. Joe will just go. Miranda.
We don't know. We're two introverts, so we don't know how to like infiltrate. We're sending you in.
What are we doing?
Thank you, Leo.
I found my people.
Yay! Leo got us boba. Thank you, Leo.
What are we waiting for?
No, I was trying to talk to them.
I want to take a picture with you.
I want you too. Can you take a picture of me too?
Hi everyone. Everyone, Leo and Julie are like the kindest people ever. They treated us to bubble tea.
I know. It's the
Hi everyone. Also, we're gonna go talk to.
We're gonna try to talk to people. Jasmine's not good at this. I never know what to like.
He's free.
I don't think so. I think he's. Hi, Drew.
Hi! No! I know you. Nice to meet you. I know you. Yes, nice to meet you too, sir. I've definitely seen you on Instagram. I'm around. Yeah, absolutely.
Hi everyone.
I'm not having to do it.
Did you enjoy it? What was your favorite part?
Yes. It really takes a lot of the, mystery out of it. For an introvert, it's just great not having to.
Yeah. We're gonna try and talk to. She's right over there. I'll record you.
No. That's okay. Hi. Would you like to say hi to Twitch?
Would I what?
Would you like to say hi to people on Twitch?
Of course, yeah.
I'm Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. It's nice to meet you.
Do you just want to say hello or?
Yeah, if you want to say anything.
Great.
We're live.
Great, wonderful.
Yes,
Yes.
So here's Drew.
Hello, Twitch people in the world. I hope you're having a marvelous day. I am, because I'm here with my people, and you're probably my people too, so I am all of a sudden now having a better day. So, thank you. Thank you.
Could we take a picture with you?
Of course.
Okay, can you take the picture? I'm gonna put it down. Photography mode.
Fantastic. Don't be. Please take all the photos. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're rounding down. Delightful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Look, this pen addict.
Hi Twitch. How are y'all? Thanks for being here. I appreciate y'all watching the Stationery Brew. Oh, here's something that the brewers don't know. This is my first ever boba tea.
And
It's amazing. Like, I'm in. I'm 100% in. So,
gummy bears.
yeah. So, first time. Thank y'all so much. Hey everyone. Hey Miss G's Crafty. So, read the chat now. How are y'all? Oh, so many familiar faces. I appreciate y'all. How are you enjoying? This has been off the charts. Y'all are going to be sick of me next week when I get back because I'm just going to be blabbing about this whole experience. So, yeah, y'all will definitely need to find a different streamer to watch. All right, we're officially live streaming crossover. We're crossing the streams.
I'm the one that's supposed to be inappropriate, not you.
You got it.
I'm just now approaching 200 on my
Now, Drew.
Oh, I already bothered Drew. I already bothered him.
He said, I saw that guy in the elevator.
I did it. I talked to people, guys.
I gotta be honest, this is my
Oh, look, everybody's cheering. It's a party. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Wait, what? Give me a high five. Good job, April. Give me recon.
I was waiting for you to yell at Toasty.
Are we gonna like recreate your mind? We're actually just gonna do a rewind.
Could you put my boba together?
What am I doing?
Could you put my straw in my boba for me? I'm hot. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk to people?
Who's there?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Okay, I'm giving you to April.
Did you guys enjoy the stream?
It does sound
I was so nervous. I woke up at like 4 a.m. in the morning, and I slept at 1 last night trying to practice these jokes with Kelly, and I found myself so funny, so I like put them in my phone in the notes section.
She was hilarious.
So the word, wait, they watched it, right? Did they watch it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't she great?
I'm no longer nervous now, but in my note there was like Goulet Pencast, parentheses, toilet. That was like one of my notes. Hey, Planet with John. Hey, good to space. You are. Yay. This is what I live for. I'm gonna retire next year. She's done. I literally told Yuri I don't want to do SF next year. Like I want to come as an attendee. We're gonna potentially do Chicago and DC next year, so I can actually come to SF for fun. So I'm super excited.
Are you just reading?
No, I'm like talking to myself actually. Last 30 to 40 minutes. Nice.
Oh, my
It's so
bad.
fun. There's Annie. And Ame, sorry. Ame. Mikan. Mikan.
All right.
Mikan for April. You're gonna make them crazy. Boba for April, that's true.
We have some Happy Lemon.
We have a
Amazing Leo Silas
and Julie, I think.
Yeah, thank you, Leo and Julie Berry Palette.
IG shout out. Oh wait,
Yeah,
shout out.
Shout out, Silas and Pen. Shout out Berry Palette for getting us boba from Happy Lemon.
I was so nervous. I should have like set everyone's handle. I was so
Oh, it's okay.
nervous.
You did great.
I
We
miss
all
Julie.
It's
I
okay.
miss Julie. I feel bad.
Here, like,
I didn't even say Ame. I guess I just hit her. But I guess I skip Ame's maybe unconsciously, intentionally. Just kidding.
have your
funny there's like a guy between us, like also in the stream. Really like blur. Yeah. You're doing your best. I do. The angle was shocking suddenly. Yeah. Let's put this here.
Is this Jasmine's stream?
Yeah.
Show us your sailor. Oh,
Hello, Tavik. Hello, Meow and Prospector.
Oh, you bought a sailor?
I bought a sailor. It's happening. It's happening.
Oh wow, it's so pretty.
Oh yeah, and he also got a sailor, the same one.
Which one is it?
I got a Nagasawa medium nib. This is my sailor.
Wait, like Nagasawa, that style? I still don't know where they are. I'm so mad.
I don't know if you can see the nib, but it has a little chicken in it. It's really cute. You probably can't, but
This is the all stream right now.
I got it in a medium nib, so yeah, it's really exciting.
I'm so excited. I didn't buy a pen. I didn't buy a pen yet.
Not yet. There's one tomorrow.
I think the glass pen is not a pen. The glass pen is an accessory. Was it fun? Yeah. I was looking at you many times for support. I was like, you guys are doing great. I was like moral support. This side will slap. This side will laugh. I was like, oh, you got it. Yeah, it was great. I'm glad it was fun. Did you have fun? Yeah, I felt like I was spending time with all of you, so it was super fun. And I shouted out Pokemon.
I know, thank you.
He has a Greg shirt.
Yeah. Oh, the Greg shirt.
Official partner and Ame.
Oh, that's it. We need to like screenshot two of you and put Judy's face in the middle and she will explode. We should take a photo. Hold on.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah. We're glad we photoshopped. Yeah, together. Okay. No, can you guys do this? And then Judy will put it in the middle. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Ame, you need to. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Judy photo. Oh, that's the Judy photo.
Alright, well, I don't know. This is so
We'll just leave it there and look at you. Yeah.
Jasmine's back. Yay.
Hi, I'm back.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Someone died. Oh yeah.
Judy.
Are you okay?
Judy, we love you.
Yeah, you and Connor need to hold this in between the two of them. Connor.
I don't know what we're doing. Oh yeah, we didn't take a group photo. Judy, 你看我对你那么好。
We did one earlier. When it was like there.
Oh yeah, we did. Yay! See, we love you. I got my boba now.
Ame, do you have time to sign mine?
Hello everyone, this is Gentile. We're going to talk to you about biases today. Jono, who's your bias? Lil. You sound so hot. We're at 7 today.
Can you guys hear them?
I don't know. Nobody can hear us. It's okay.
No, I think they can.
We're just saying bullshit.
They all say hello. Yelling, Janet, John, Owen. They can hear you. Yes, they can hear you. Jared came today. Oh, I didn't talk to CY. CY, would you like to say hello to? Oh, you're talking to Joe.
I used to work at Inklings. Yeah.
I thought they were just joking around. Okay, let's talk to.
They were, but
What did you think of the Pencast?
the which one? The Pencast?
What did you think of the
The
Pencast?
camera, right there. The Pencast was amazing.
I didn't want to look at the camera. I look at myself.
I was actually like looking at the, I believe it's, yeah, because you were over here, right? When I was looking at the video, I was like, oh, there's only 2 people. That wasn't her. And then you got the, yeah, and I was like, no, but I think weren't you like adjusting? She was physically in your leg hair. Excellent camera work. Hey, Carly, bro.
Are they still filming?
Yeah, I think so.
We're talking about shoes.
Yeah, go look at the shoes. I believe they're Gucci gazelles, I believe. They look like gazelles.
I don't know about shoes.
Yeah, they look like gazelles, Adidas.
Did you know? I didn't know shoes.
Yeah, I think I know shoes, and they look like, well, they're definitely Adidas. They look like gazelles. And
They look like Gucci.
yes, Gucci gazelles.
Sorry.
GGs.
I don't know. Look, GGs. Seaway has like GG shoes. Oh, no, that's so neat. Would you like to say hi? Are you okay showing your face? Are you okay showing your face? Look, it's Idol Snack. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy she's here. Are you okay saying hi?
I need to see what the shoe game is like next I like how we're bonding over quotes. The picture. And then the DSL one yesterday. Coming up. It's custom made. No, we're talking Okay, I'm wearing CY's custom. I feel so honored. Hi everyone. I'm wearing CY's custom clothes. It matches the green. Actually, it matches the fit. On TV. Thank you. Yeah. Gotta give it back to the master.
But there's a store at the end. It's not like those. They only do custom clothes. Yeah. It's not that kind of thing.
That's for custom. Yes, that's pretty nice.
I mean, if you're kimono, and they like a kimono store, it's considered pretty nice.
Oh my god.
It's so nice to meet you. I was so nervous to say hi.
Right, to be right. Yeah.
Are you meeting right away?
No. I also just tapped those two food by accident.
Casual sexual assault.
You guys didn't hear that. CY, would you like to say hi to Twitch?
Hi, Twitch.
Here. Look.
Hi, Twitchlandia. How are you? I actually love using Twitch because I watch video games.
CY, is this one yours or?
You don't remember if yours was white or black?
I guess we'll just have to.
This one is mine.
Okay, this one's mine. Sorry, add confusion. Hi everyone, we're swapping spit. We're swapping spit at the SF Pen show with CY.
Did you want to say anything? Just.
Yeah, thank you. Jasmine is awesome, obviously. That's why you're watching this show. But yeah, you guys are awesome. You're amazing.
You're so
Next
kind.
year, we'll see you here at the show, not over Twitch. And yeah, have a good time.
You're too kind. Thank you.
Okay.
Go brew. Drink your boba. Drink your boba. Okay, I'm gonna leave them alone. Where's my boba? Okay. Hi, look, I have my boba. Okay. Thank you for playing.
What is it?
No, over there, look.
Oh, okay. No problem. No, it was fine. I was stressed. So thank you.
It's so nice. It's like, thank you. Leo, you want to take over the stream?
Huh?
You want to take over the stream?
Sure. What have you guys not done? Talk to everybody. Look at these kings right here. Ooh, oh. Jasmine. Everyone's just like chilling. With Gerda. Huh? The Jasmine. The Jasmine. It's the Boston Cafe. After dark. After hours. Oh. No, that'll be my stream later tonight.
Mrs. G says hi.
After dark is the best.
Okay, I'm gonna move back over there. He said something. I don't want to say goodbye. I'm not going to. We're all feeling like oh, we're gonna have to say goodbye to each other tomorrow. We're having our preemptive blues. Okay, I might stop. Connor wants to say hi somewhere. I heard I left my TN. Oh, that was he got it. Judy, you guys, it's Judy. Hi, Judy. Say hi, Judy.
Judy's here. Judy's here. Say hello to Judy. Judy woke up.
Hi, Judy.
Hi, Judy.
早安，希望你过一个高兴一天。Should we tease her?
Yeah, too close.
Oh. Too close. He's too close. Oh, now he's here.
Not close enough.
Hello. We've been carrying you around, Judy. I know, right? We love the shirts. It is our favorite. Everyone loves your shirt. There were some people that talked to Connor today because of his shirt. Tell us about it, Connor.
So someone came over and just said, it's like, is that Braxton Bakery? And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, it is. And it's like, that's a look. What was it? What's a look? I can't remember what it was. It was something. I can't remember what's happened. I want to take it back. I'm done now. I can't remember how the conversation went.
Oh, because somebody asked you about your shirt.
That's a choice. That's what it was. I don't know how to get it. It's way too hard.
Everyone, we miss you. We love you. It's Judy. Judy. Well, I can like yell your name.
Oh, haven't you heard that?
Love you, miss you, Judy. Yes, love you.
Joy, did you notice Judy?
Did she? Judy, notice me. Judy, where are you? We don't see you. Someone take a picture. Connor's taking a picture.
Okay, very good.
I'm here. Okay, good, good. You stay there. Ready? Oh.
I believe you to leave this room.
We need to go. Yeah, about 10 minutes.
Right? Hi, Tori. Hi, everybody. Did some random ass person ask who this is? She wants to know if people asked who that is. The frame.
No, everybody knows. Judy.
No, we know.
Everybody knows you, Judy.
Everybody knows.
Judy, we miss you.
We miss you, Judy. I love how everyone says your name. Judy! Judy! Judy!
At least she hasn't just woken up.
Oh, I mean,
She's awake
good
now.
morning,
Woke up to
Judy. Good morning, Judy. This is very calming. Judy! Okay. Apparently we're supposed to move out of here. Should we, like, stop streaming? How are you doing?
Good.
Good? Ame, you doing okay? Oh, can you hear me? How are you doing? Would you like to say hi? Would you like to say hi on Twitch? It's okay if you don't want to. No, that's okay. Sea Red Plant is here. Yeah, yeah. Sea Red Plant says hi. Go enjoy your night without Twitch camera. Yeah. I think we got kicked out of this room. Okay. We're gonna say goodbye, okay? We love you guys. We wish you were here. We love you. We love you all. Miss you all. Miss you here. Say bye. Alright, say goodbye, everybody. What are you doing? Okay, one more. Say goodbye, Gaiden.
Bye. I have to do some journaling. Take it now.
Apparently we're journaling. We do journal here.
Never too late. People don't think I journal. I just don't show y'all. You know.
All right, friends.
All right. Good night, y'all.
We love you. Thank you for spending time with
Good night.
us.
Good night.
We'll see you soon. Bye, friends. See you soon. Oh, say bye. Love you guys. See you soon. Yes, you want to make sure everybody can say goodbye. Love you guys. See you later. Okay. What button do I push? Okay, here we go. Bye for reals. Love you.